everyone, I'm Katie, and today I'm going to be talking about the 23 series that I want to finish in 2023. So last year I did the 22 books I wanted to read in 2022. That didn't go so well, so I wanted to do something a little bit different this year since I started a bunch of series this year. I think I started I had maybe 8 to 10 going in the beginning of the year. Now I'm up to 40, give or take. But yes, so I decided to go ahead and do 23 series that I want to finish or at least progress in by reading at least one book in each of these series, because some of these are quite lengthy, but most of them are pretty short. Some I only have one book to be finished, so super easy, super quick if I can do those first. All right, so I have my old reading journal here because I don't have my new list in my new journal yet. So let's go ahead and go to my list of, there we go, series. All right, so yes, I have this, all these. Now, some of these, if they're crossed off, I DNF'd them, or I just didn't want to continue because I wasn't in the mood. And the pink ones I actually finished. So this list will go down a little bit. Yeah, do you see that? All those. But, so, I'm going to try to keep track. I'm going to try to keep track, but I put a dot next to the ones that I wanted to continue for now. So hopefully they add up to 23. I hope. I'll put a number count down here. All right, so the first series that I want to actually complete is The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. And I've read the first two, and I really enjoyed them. I enjoy the movies, so I'm I need to finish it. So I'll be reading the third book in the trilogy, as well as the fourth kind of, the one about, oh, what's his name? Is it Winter? I think that's his name. Oh, my brain's just not working on names right now. Snow. That's his name, Snow. I'm what is his name? It had something to do with winter. All right, anyway, so yes. So, and then the next one is the King Raven series by Stephen R. Lawhead. I read the first two, and I just haven't gotten to the third book. I started this series 2 years ago, and I'm I really should be done with it. Because the third book I actually found on audio on Hoopla, and I'm I just need to get it read and get it done. So that will be finished hopefully very shortly. All right, and then the next series that I want to finish is the Bright Empire series, again by Stephen R. Lawhead. I read the first 2 books, and I have 3 more to go. So all these are on audio, so it really shouldn't take me this much time. Again, I read the first book 2 years ago, and I read the second book this year. So if I'm right on schedule, I'll finish this book in 3 years, or finish this series in 3 years. Hopefully not, but the way things are going anyways. All right, the next is The Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Mayer. So I have read the entire series, and I've read 1 or 2 of the novellas. I only have the last novella left, which is, oh, what's it called? Stars? Stars Are something? I can't remember. It's up there. All I can see is Stars Are. But that's the only one that I have to finish reading, so that should be really quick. I keep checking it out from the library because I want to listen to the audiobook, and I've checked it out 30 times this year. Just get it read, girl. All right, so that one. Next up, which I'm not sure right now if I want to continue it or not. I remember liking the first book, but I read the first book in the beginning of the year, I think, and it's just been so long. But it's On the Runway by Melody Carlson, and I love her Christmas books. I was going to say a couple are up there, but she wrote kind of it's a reality TV show, and I did enjoy the first book. I think I gave it between 3 and 4 stars at least, so I wanted to continue it. I just haven't, so I would like to try. All right, the next one is no, where are you? All right, the next one is 13 by Trisha White-Priebe and Jerry B. Jenkins. This was a recommendation by my lovely friend Melanie Gillespie. I will link her channel down below. But I read the first book, and I think I only gave it 3 stars, but I think it was just because I was reading a lot in that month, and I honestly think I probably would have enjoyed it more if I took the time. So I definitely want to continue that series. I might have to reread the first one. A lot of these I don't have to, but that one I might, because I really don't remember what it was about. Let's see. The next one that I want to continue is Incarceron by Catherine Fisher. I think the second book is called Sapphic, I think. I'm not exactly sure. Or Sapphic, I can't remember what it's called. But I read the first book and I really enjoyed it. And so I do want to continue the second book. It's a secular YA series, but the first one was clean. It's just a duology. The first one was really clean. I really enjoyed it. So hopefully the second book is just as good. All right, the next series that I want to finish is Dream House Kings by Robert Liparulo. And I've only read the first book, but I really enjoyed it. It has to do with time travel, this strange house that this family moves in, but all of a sudden, like, the rooms aren't what they appear to be. There's mysterious strangers, and it's just, the first book was really good. I really enjoyed it. I think I read it as I was, like, walking around the living room, because I do a lot of walking in the living room when I can't walk outside, which I haven't done in a while. Probably should get back to. But, so I really enjoyed it, and I have 5 books left to read in that series, so get cracking, girl. All right, the next one that I want to finish, let's see. There is a series, but the second book hasn't come out yet, so I can't really count that toward my goal. I don't even know when it's going to come out. I haven't heard anything. All right, so the next one is Mark of the Lion series by Francine Rivers. I had the first book. There it is. But I've read the first book. It was really good, and I have not gotten around to reading the second and third one. I plan on buddy reading it with Pages of Blessings, I believe is their channel name. I will link it down below. But we'll be buddy reading the last 2 together, because we both haven't read it. So yeah, that's my goal, to finish that series. I don't have it with me. Yeah, they're in my other room. But I want to read the Love and Honor series by Hallie Bridgman. I read the first 3. There's a novella that I should be getting from her soon. And then she's also working on her 4th book, which should be coming out in the coming year too. But it is, what's it called? Self-published. So I'm really excited to get to that one as well, because I know I'm going to love it. I love the first 3. They're on my top favorites of the year. I cannot wait to read the 4th book. I'm so excited. All right, and then a duology that I need to finish is The Librarian of Boone's Hollow by Kim Vogel Sawyer. I read the first book, and then the next one is called Return to Boone's Hollow, I believe, and I really want to read it, and so I need to get to it, because I know I'm going to like it. All right, the next one, let's see. I do want to read the second book in this series, but I don't know when it's coming out. That's why it's not on this list, because I don't know when it's going to be, but On Devonshire Shores by Julie Clausen. First book was amazing, and I'm hoping the second book is going to come out soon, because I really want to read it. Please write it quickly, Julie. All right, so those. All right, on to the extra paper. Well, the other paper was extra too, but all right, so let's see. Why didn't I put this one on my list? I'm very confused right now, because I'm like, this should be one of the 23. Okay, it might be 24, because I really want to read this one, or I might switch it out. It's the Aggie Morton mystery series. I've read the first one, and I'm more than halfway through the second one right now, and I love it. And I think there's 2 or 3 more, and I just want to read them, because they're good. They are a bit graphic for middle grade, at least for the murder scenes anyways. But I really do enjoy them. They're good. Yeah, they're Agatha Christie, and they definitely stumped me. I don't think I solved the first one. Actually, no, I think I did, if I'm remembering correctly. This one, I have no clue. No clue. I figured out a little bit of it, but I'm still lost. So I definitely want to finish that, but it just wasn't on my 23. So this might be 24. We'll see. All right, next one was The Willoughbys by Lois Lowry. I've read the first book, and I still need to read the second book, because I did enjoy the first one. It was kooky and really weird and crazy, but I still want to read it, because I love all of Lois Lowry's books that I've read. So definitely want to read it. Yeah, if you want something about kids wanting to get rid of their parents, and parents wanting to get rid of their kids, that's a good one. All right, so The next one, let's see. I finished that one. All right, so the next one is Dragons in Our Mist by Brian Davis. I read the first one and I have 3 more to go. That was a really good book. It has dragons in it. Enough said, in my opinion. It's really good. But I just have to finish it. All right, the next one. I don't know why that one's not on my list either, but that's okay. The next series, And They Found Dragons by Ted and Rachel Decker. I thought it was just a trilogy. Come to find out, they wrote an entire extra trilogy that happens like, I don't know, 100 years later. I can't remember how many years later. But I'm like, you wrote another entire trilogy past this? Like I want to read it, because I think I gave them between 4 and 5 stars. They were really good. I enjoyed them. Again, dragons. Need I say more? And then the next one that I want to continue is Potiphar's Wife by Misu Andrews. There's a second book coming out that is along with that one. I've read the first one. Really enjoyed it. There's mixed reviews on that one, but I really enjoyed it. I love all of her books. Definitely wasn't like my favorite of hers, but like I still really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars, I think. And her next book is coming out in, I think, February. Yes. And I should be getting an art copy, even if it's an ebook copy, because I'm on her launch team. So definitely check out her books. They're amazing, and she's one of my favorite authors. All right. Next one is, let's see. That one should have been included too, but that's okay. I know there's some like, I probably just picked the ones that really interested me at the time. All right, the next one is Young Wit by Phil Lawler and Dave Arnold. This is a Adventures in Odyssey series about young wit. And I just love this series so much. I read the first 3, and there's 2 new releases that aren't out in my library yet, but I will be getting them hopefully soon, because I need to continue the series. It's so good. All right, the next series is The Beast in the Bethany by Jack Medgett Phillips. I don't know if how to pronounce his middle name. Is it Megget or Medgett? I never know. But I've read the first 2, and his new release just came out, and I just cannot wait to read it. I love them all. He kindly sent me book plates, and I haven't been able to put all his book plates in. I own one of them. I just need to own the other 2. All right, the next series that I want to finish is The Mars Diaries by Sigmund Brower. Wow, bad spelling. I think I spelled that wrong. but by Sigmund Brower. And I've read 1 book, and I have 9 more to go. It's a long series, but it's middle grade, and they're short. The audiobooks are like 3 hours long. Yeah, they're super short, so I should be able to just fly through this series, hopefully. But yeah, I enjoyed the first book, The Mars Diaries. I mean, about a kid, I think he's in a wheelchair, and he's kind of in this program on Mars, and it's really good. I really enjoyed it, so I definitely want to continue it. Why isn't that on my list either? I mean, The Dragon Keeper Saga by Catherine Butler. So this might be like 25 series I want to finish in 23. But yeah, The Dragon Keeper Saga. I've read the first book. This is the second book, and I need to read it. So I don't know why there wasn't a dot next to that one. Next one is Hidden Masterpiece by Christy Cambron. It's a duology. I've read the first book. Did not get to the second book last year or this past year. But I hope to. Hopefully. Let's see. The next one is Spy Family by Tatsuya Endo. I've read 8 volumes, and number 9 is coming out, I think, in between February and April, because it comes out in Japan first and comes later on, because it's a manga series. So number 9 is coming out, and number 10 is coming out in like probably fall for us. So I'll still continue it. The last number 8 was not a favorite of mine. I think I only gave it 2 stars, but mostly because the violence was pretty strong in that one, and it was very confusing violence. I had no idea who was hitting who. Yeah, the drawing style was a little chaotic in that last one. All right, the next series I want to continue is the Weaver Trilogy by Lindsay A. Franklin. I read the first book and really enjoyed it. It has to do with like this light magic where this girl has like, she's a storyteller, but she ends up using white light, and it's like forbidden, but it's telling a different story that this king isn't supposed to be the king, and it's really good. I'm enjoying it. It's a Christian YA series, and yeah, so I need to continue it. All right, the next one is The Wormling by Jerry B. Jenkins and Chris Fabry. I read the first book and really enjoyed it. Also recommended by my friend Melanie Kilsby and her kids. So that was nice. Thank you, everyone, for recommending that one because I really did enjoy the first book. And I need to continue it. So, yeah, that was really good. And dragons, too, in that one, I think, too. And then the last one that I want to continue is New Kid by Jerry Craft. This is a comic book, I would say middle grade. Yeah, middle grade. But I enjoyed the first book a lot. It has to do a lot with bullying and the repercussions of that. But it's done really well, and I cannot wait to read the second and the third book. The third book just came out, I think. Do I have an ebook copy of it? I might, but don't quote me. I might have an art copy. So I can get to that soon. All right, so yeah, those are 23 or 25 books I want to get, or series I want to get to next year. Let me know one book or one series that you would really like to get to in 2023 that you just didn't have time to get to this year, because yeah, I've got quite a few, but probably would have been easier to do single books, but let's just make it harder on myself and do series. All right, so I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next video.